As instructors, you already know that successful outcomes depend directly on the strength of the connection you make with learners.
And we've discussed some of the differences in building connections in online courses versus face-to-face classes.
Today, we want to talk about two key factors that will make your online course a success: availability and quality feedback.
Okay, availability. Let's define just what that means. Availability simply means your students can actually communicate with you.
In a traditional classroom, you are there to talk to students every time the class meets. But that's not the case in an online course.
You have to make an effort to be available.
There are several ways to communicate with your students. 1. Set up virtual office hours. Online office hours are exactly the same as in-person office hours. Students can come to you with questions or concerns, and you are there to answer them.
One quick note about office hours, virtual or in person: be there when you say you're going to be there. Your students need to be able to count on you. It's the being there that matters, whether you conduct virtual office hours or set up live online discussions, all of which are good. Access is the key.
If it's more convenient, email or telephones work just as well. Again, it's the communication, not the method.
Another thing to keep in mind is just because your online course is scheduled differently than your traditional classes, you don't have to be available 24 hours a day. You are the teacher. You set the parameters. Just be accessible and be consistent. Students need to be able to contact you before the midnight deadline of a project.
Who likes turning in a project at midnight anyway?
Well, at that point, you might as well give them until 8 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, but if you give them until the next day, you may as well give them until midnight that day.
Okay, that's a whole nother topic.
Okay then, how about turning our attention beyond the deadline and looking at the feedback we want to provide the students on their assignments?
Right, knowing how to provide quality feedback is as important as being available. One of the most common items that elicits student complaints is poor or inconsistent feedback.
All students want to know is where they stand. How am I doing?
And while we as instructors often figure students should know when they don't know stuff, most times they don't know their stuff they don't know.
So to alleviate confusion, we suggest considering the importance of feedback from the very start.
When you are creating assignments for your course, think about how to respond to each one as part of creating the assignment.
If you're going to assign an essay, you need to be ready to respond with some feedback that will engage your students. For example, if a student does poorly on an assignment, you want to offer specific help that'll lead to success. Many students really need concrete examples in order to understand how they can improve.
Naturally, it's a little more complicated in an online course. How you provide the feedback matters as well. In a face-to-face class, a student can see the concern on your face.
And while that doesn't seem too comforting to me, without being able to see your face, constructive comments typed on the internet can take on an unfriendly tone without even trying. So you want to be extra positive and encouraging as you offer critiques of student work.
We also have to be sure to offer comments quickly. You gain an additional teaching moment when the assignment is fresh in the minds of students.
Excellent point. So what have we learned here today?
Your online students deserve the same attention you give your butt-in-the-seat students.
Being available and providing quality feedback shows students on an ongoing basis that you care about their success.
And
here we go.
When you care, students learn more, and that makes
the whole world a better place.
Exactly.
You said that.
I know I shouldn't say that.
No, you shouldn't.